Example 2. I want to solve 5x squared minus x equaling 2. So first we want to write the equation in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equaling 0. So that requires that I subtract 2 and set this equation equal to 0. So I have 5x squared minus x minus 2 equaling 0. Now before I use the quadratic formula, I need to identify that my a is equal to 5, my b in this case is equal to -1, and my c is equal to -2. So now the quadratic formula is x equaling -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So x is equal to -1 plus or minus the square root of -1 squared minus 4 times 5 times -2 all over 2 times 5. So this is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 plus 40 all over 10. So this, all I really have to do with this is turn it into 1 plus or minus the square root of 41 over 10. The square root of 41 is irrational. I also can't simplify it, so this is as simple as I can make it. So x is equal to 1 plus or minus the square root of 41 all over 10. So example 3, I want to solve 2x equaling 10x minus 3. So first I want to get everything on the same side. So I can do this by subtracting the 2x from both sides, which would give me -2x plus 10x minus 3 equaling 0. So my a in this case is equal to -2, b is equal to 10, and c is equal to -3. So my quadratic formula is x equaling -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So x would equal to -10 plus or minus the square root of 10 squared minus 4 times -2 times -3 all over 2 times -2 equaling -10 plus or minus the square root of 100, and then I have -4 times -2 times -3, which will end up giving me, let's see, minus 24 all over -4. So this would be -10 plus or minus the square root of 76 all over -4. So I can simplify the square root of 76. So that would give me x equaling, first I had the -10 plus or minus the square root of 76 all over -4. So this would give me -10 plus or minus 2 root 19 over -4. So I can factor out a 2 from everything. I can actually factor out a -2 from everything. This would give me 5 plus or minus the square root of 19 all over -4. I could then cancel this -2, which will give me 5 plus or minus the square root of 19 over +2. So x is equal to 5 plus or minus the square root of 19 all over 2.